Hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
What's the
What's
deal?
up, what's up?
How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Good. I was about to say, finally fucking tapping in.
No, for I was like, finally my iPad is acting right because it was like freezing. I was like, damn.
Yeah. No, it's great. You know how that shit go. So
Facts. I was
we
like,
keep
I'm
it
gonna get
pushing.
on this bitch today. I don't care.
I
I'm
don't
coming
care
up with
what.
today.
Period. Yes, because we're going to get into that money talk with my girl, Hugging Money Wins.
Do
Y'all,
you
y'all
hear
hear
me?
me? Okay. So, first of all, tell us about your background and where you're from.
So I'm Wenz, but I go by Hugging Money Wenz. That's like the group itself. We all Hugging Money with our name.
Mm.
I was born and raised in Brooklyn my whole life.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really a
Wow.
trenches baby. Like I started from the
Mm-hmm.
bottom. Now I'm here. Like it is what it
Mm-hmm.
is.
That's
Really too much
crazy.
to me. I'm just me personally. I'm a regular Brooklyn girl who just happened to find a ticket out.
Yeah. No,
Pretty much.
that's dope. That's hella dope. And you lit. I did not know Brooklyn, so that's hella dope.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, New York is lit.
Mhm.
Y'all crazy up there.
It's very fast paced, but I wouldn't change
Mm-hmm.
it.
No,
I don't live
yeah,
there
it's lit.
no more.
No. Okay, okay.
No, I don't
So
live
where are you living at
now.
now?
I just got a house in Point Siena.
Period.
Do
Okay.
you hear me? So I've been in Florida for like 4 years. I was
Okay.
like,
That's
if I
dope.
just stay in Brooklyn in my environment where I'm comfortable, I ain't really gonna get nowhere if I
Mm-hmm.
just stay here. So I gotta go.
Right. You gotta
Right.
elevate. That's what we gotta do, you
100.
know. And look at you, elevating.
Yes.
So we love it. Okay, so how did you discover your passion for music? Like, where did that come from?
So to be honest, I lived like a very crazy life, and then I met my
Mhm.
manager. So when I met my manager, he was very like, "What do you do with your life? Like the things that I watch you do and the money you have ain't adding up.
It's
So the money is
right.
moneying, but your story is not storying. So what do you do?" So we basically got into that. I let him know what my life was, and he just looked me in the face and was like, "Nah, no more." He's like, "We're gonna do music. Let's try it. If you like it, then we'll keep pushing." And I really looked him in the face, and I was like, "I sell drugs, Jones. I don't I don't do stuff like this." Like,
I'm like, you saw
yeah.
the potential.
And then we went in the booth. We did a song, and he was like, "I promise you, you could do this. Just trust me." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna trust you." And he literally has held my hand and put me in a different direction to make me get up and be like, "This is what I want to do for a
Mm-hmm.
long, long time."
For
Like,
a
I
long
can't
time.
say forever, but this is definitely what I want to do for a long, long time because I genuinely enjoy it. And
Mm. No,
it's
I love that for you because you're hella good, fire,
you.
spicy. So yes.
It's definitely a vibe. I was like, I could. After a while, I was like, all right, I could get used to this. I could do this. Like, because in the beginning, it was very much, I had to remember that I'm no longer a dancer. So, bitch, keep your microphone right here because you are now a rapper. So he was very patient, and I was just like, all right, I got this. Like, we
Yeah.
going. Let's go. Let's do it. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do
Yeah.
it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then,
That's really all it
yeah,
takes.
and everything just changed. Like, I got my life together. I do shows. Like, he really, we one hand wash the other. He really hold it down for me.
Yes, no, that's beautiful. And especially, it takes somebody to want to help you, but
Mm-hmm.
also to push you wanted to change. So
Yep.
it goes hand in hand for sure. Um, what music did your parents listen to growing up?
Oh, my mama is definitely like a 90s R&B type of girl. Like, once I heard
It's the
that
only
music come
way.
in, I was like, hey, it's cleaning song. Like, mama loves getting in there. And then
Mm-hmm.
she had her little hip hop side too. Like, my mother's big on Biggie. My mother's big on those rappers that came from that generation. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like, all right. I kind of always liked that feel about my mother. Like, she used to switch genres, I guess. So I was just like, okay, I could get used to this in this house. Like, she
Mm-hmm.
listened to a little bit of everything, like Spanish music, English music, white tea music. So I just be like, okay, all
Right.
right, let's get to
You gotta
it,
keep
mom.
it a variety. So
Mm-hmm.
what is your ethnicity? I'm sure you're mixed with
I'm Puerto Rican.
a couple of things.
I'm 100% Puerto Rican.
Oh, Puerto Rican? Oh, okay.
100%.
That's dope. Okay.
Story, so
Okay. So, did you you pretty much gravitated towards those type of music, like
not so much the Spanish music, but I'm definitely like a R&B and then hip hop type of girl. Like I don't have a regular girl playlist in my
okay,
phone. So
yeah, it'd be like
yeah.
that. Um, so what was the name of the first song you wrote, and what's the inspiration behind it?
So the first song, oh my God, I can't believe we're talking about the first song. I always talk about my first song. It was called Brim Love, right? So it's a part of my life or whatever. So it's called like Brim Love, and we was basically like, he's like, you're just gonna get on a track, and we're gonna talk about what you do. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. He was like, you do everything that you tell me, you could put into a song, and we
Hmm.
did. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. This is the
Hmm.
inspiration behind this one is the life that I'm currently living right now at that
Right.
moment. And then I hear it, I go back to it, and I'm like, I came a long way since this
Well,
first damn song. Because if you listen to the first song, you could definitely hear like the nerves and the jitters. But if you listen to my music now, it's just like, okay, Wens, I see you. Like, I see
I see
you.
the growth.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I love that for you because I love development.
Yeah.
You know, we all need
Hmm.
that for sure, especially when you want to be successful and be great. You know, that's
Absolutely.
good.
As I
Mm.
feel like as
Um,
long as the motivation is there, then you gonna go.
the support system is
Hmm.
definitely. Mm. So, can you tell us about your experience with the Las Vegas wild cards?
Yes, it was such an amazing experience. Like, I went in with a one picture. Like, okay, I'm about to get put in a house with all these strangers. I don't know them.
Mm.
Everybody's already counting me out because it was very much given the Spanish girls is like not like that. But I'm like, okay, we'll see. Like, don't sleep on me. So when I got
Right.
there, it was like a totally different vibe than what I thought it would be. The CEO was very, very, I feel like she was very respectful and she didn't try to downplay us like, this is my shit.
Mm.
Y'all my minions. So it was a great experience. We had a lot of fun. Like, and it was genuinely good friendships in that house. Like you meet these people and you wouldn't think, oh, I might come out of here with a friend or two. But you
Mm-hmm.
really do. And they were very genuine. Like most of them were very genuine. So
Yeah.
it was an easy experience, and it also made it very fun because it's not a lot of catty
Cat.
stuff going on at that moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Drama.
So it definitely was a good time. It was the first show I've ever filmed outside of like my music stuff. So
Hmm.
I walked in there basically blind. Like this is what I wanted to do. Now I'm here. I'm coming to do it.
I'm
Like
coming to do
I'm
it.
coming to do
Right.
it.
And it was good promotion for your music too.
Yeah.
So that was your first reality
Yeah.
TV show.
Wow. Yep. It was
That's lit.
it was a good time. I definitely had a great time.
Yeah, I love that. Um, the two cast members that I did interview, Doll Baby and Chambers, I got the
Yeah.
pre-interview. So you're my first one after. So thank
It
you for that
was
because
it was definitely a vibe. I'm sure if you get another interview in with them, they'll tell you like, oh, it was a vibe. Like the CEO really did her big one. Like I don't know, it just wasn't what I pictured. I was just like, I'm about to be mad tense all these days because no, it was not like that at
I'm
all.
like,
It was a
because
good
that's what they
vibe.
do now. They put that reality TV type of thing, like you about to be boxing every day.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean, everybody you stick seven, you stick a whole bunch of people in the house for 7 days. Somebody's bound to get it going. You feel me? So there was their fair share of fights in there too, but overall, it still was a good experience.
yeah,
And then
I love
I
that.
just sit back like,
Yeah, right. Get your
okay,
popcorn.
we had a good time though. We genuinely had a good time.
That's good. That's wonderful. So there was like no drama between
A hundred
you or the
percent,
members.
a hundred
Oh,
percent.
okay, okay.
From every, that's what I say. If you stick a whole bunch of strangers in the house, something's bound to happen. But
Something,
it
yeah.
was
Well, we got to
definitely
make sure we
drama.
check it out if they haven't tuned in. Where is it on? What
It's
platform?
on Apps TV Network. You could download it
On
from
Apps
Google.
TV Network.
Like the
Okay,
network is
yeah.
actually called On Apps TV Network.
Okay. Oh, definitely. It's on there, the season one, right?
No, not yet. She's gonna start dropping stuff, I believe, but she hasn't put nothing out yet. Right? I don't want to
Okay,
spill
okay.
too much, but it's a lot
Right,
going on in
okay.
that group
So
chat
that's
right
why I'm
now.
good at
So
ask, because I wasn't
I
sure.
don't even know how
Copy.
she even has the mindset and the freaking like mental capacity to deal with trying to put this stuff out and deal with us acting like caged
Wow.
animals in her group chat.
Yeah.
In her group chat, like
I'm like, oh, well, I'm excited. I'm ready to see it.
I'm ready too, because it's one thing to film it, but then it's another thing to sit back and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know
Yeah.
it's gonna bring up like a lot of past emotions and issues and stuff that people probably already got over, but we're gonna do this reunion August 1st, so it is what it is, right?
Yes. Okay, so yeah, I did see that the reunion is August 1st. Okay, so that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Shut it down,
Yes, I
Wins.
can't
Shut
wait
it
for the
down.
reunion. I'm excited for the reunion because I just know it's gonna be a wild one.
Right,
I know it's gonna be a
right.
wild one right now.
Okay, so obviously, like you said, you had good friendships, so I'm sure you still talk to some of the cast members.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. Okay. So what was your first performance like as a
It was
rapper?
horrible.
Was you
I'm gonna be
nervous?
honest. I'm not gonna come up here and lie. It was horrible. Like
Mm,
I was scared. I was by myself. I
mm.
had on like the image didn't match what was about to get spit into the mic. It was horrible.
Oh yeah.
It was horrible. And
Damn.
my manager was more like he had one image set up, but you know, hard head make a soft ass. So if you not listening, you're gonna look like kind of like a jerk at the end, right? So he was
Mm-hmm.
like, do whatever you want. He was like, you'll sit back and watch
NC.
and
Mm-hmm.
go, damn, I should have listened to him. And I do all the time,
Every
actually.
time.
Every time. Every time.
It'd be
I'm
like
like, can you
that.
just
So
delete this?
right.
Like, take it off the
So
no, you
what did
don't.
you do afterwards?
I
Was you
literally
like,
ran off the stage and threw up everywhere outside. Literally
that's crazy.
ran off of the stage and I was like, I feel so sick. Oh, everywhere.
Oh man. I would have, yeah, like I would have been.
Yes.
They didn't boo you though, right?
No, I didn't get it was like I
It
had
was
them
just you.
engaging. It was just me. Like
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was just my own
We
overthinking process
overdo
screwed
that.
me up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's crazy, but that definitely an experience.
Definitely an
So,
experience because now I see when you watch it back, you see what your audience react to, what they don't react to, what's gonna get like your high in there. So I kind of now after seeing that I did a few more shows and I started to realize, okay, if I do this, it's gonna take their level from this to this, and if
mm-hmm.
I jump around and do this at this part, it's gonna make them want to look and listen. So
Mm-hmm. Lesson learned.
yeah.
I'm sure you want to do that again.
100% lesson learned.
Yes. Okay. Those which is always good.
Yeah,
Lessons are blessings.
I
So I
appreciate
definitely
those things
feel that.
because it makes me
Mm-hmm.
kind of like humble myself a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Grow and like a little bit of
Hmm.
everything, like season.
It's like, okay, now you see you don't know more than the person that's trying to help you. And I'm like, you're
Mm-hmm.
right.
I love that. Okay. So, what memorable moment have you experienced so far with the fan?
With the fans, we definitely did a show and someone took their underwear off and threw it. Like, I was like, we definitely have that video too. Just like underwear is right there. I'm like,
Was they sexy underwear?
I mean, they were cute underwear and they smelled good. Like you could pick them up and you smell that they smelled good.
She hella sprayed them before she
I
threw
was
them away.
like, okay, okay, definitely be creeping.
That's funny, but that's lit. I wish somebody throw their panties at me.
100%. That
That's,
was a good time.
did you see who did it? Like
I
you
mean,
got to see the girl?
after the like performance was over, I was like, whose underwears are these? And then the girl was like, those are mine, Wens. And I was like, oh, okay, come, let's talk. Like, let's get some
Oh,
pictures, let's talk. She was cool.
yeah. That's dope. That is dope. So, how do you work on personal development? And what areas are you currently working on? If you don't mind
No, I
sharing.
don't mind. So I've come to realize this as I get older that, right? I have like I think I have like control issues and stuff. So it'll be like in all aspects in my music, in my day-to-day life, like even being a mom, I have control issues. And I'm now learning because of the person that I deal with that sometimes you might just have to sit back and let somebody else control it because if you trying to control everything, something else is going to go wrong because you're not there to control that. So I'm kind of just working on actually getting the help that I need from people or that like I want without how you say it without like basically like a closed mouth don't get fed. So I'm learning how to express how I feel about certain situations instead of trying to control it because I actually have the people that will sit down and listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel
And
like
help.
it's changing. Yeah, and I feel like it's changing me as a person because before I wouldn't listen to somebody to understand them. I'm just listening because I got something to say back. Like I want to control the narrative of it literally even that small. I want to control the narrative in the conversation, and that's not how you conversate. So I'm learning
Mm-hmm.
how to just unlearn the old habits and try to pick up new habits
Yes.
as I'm getting older.
Okay.
Because I want my son to have. They say a kid needs a good parent, but I feel like a kid needs a mentally stable, happy parent so that they can be a good parent. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally trying to unlearn all my toxic traits, get these new ones, grow with it because I am getting older so that I can show my son like it's okay to be not okay sometimes and let your people come to help you.
Yes.
So definitely working
Which
on
is
that.
which is definitely important, especially when you have that support. Because
Mm-hmm.
some people don't. So if you got the support, take advantage of it.
And then I felt like for so long I haven't had that support that
Right.
now that I have it, in the beginning I didn't know how to accept it. I didn't know how to have my friends come into my house and try and help me because
Mm-hmm.
I'm the friend that's gonna come to your house and try to help
Mm-hmm.
you. So now that
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's actually people out there that's gonna hold it down with me, it's like okay, I can release some of this control and actually work on the other things that I need to work on to be a
Mm-hmm.
better person.
Right, because you trust their
Mm-hmm.
judgment too in the situation. Right.
100%.
Okay. Yes, that's beautiful. Growth. See,
Yes.
we all start somewhere, literally. And
100%.
it takes us to look in the mirror like, look, this is wrong. Let's
Yeah,
fix it.
because I'm very self-aware. Like I know that I have control issues and stuff. So I feel like once you're aware, like you said, once you're aware of like this is the issue and I'm either gonna be a sucky person for the rest of my life or I'm gonna try to fix this and become a better me.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's pretty
Yes.
much where it's at right now.
That's beautiful. Keep glowing and growing, baby, because I
Right.
see it.
And I
Since
am.
I've been following you, I've been seeing it, and you got your chain.
Yes, I was
I saw you with that.
excited.
Yes. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
So just a little bit about that. How does that go about? Like, did you have to wait for a certain time? Did you have to make a certain sales?
So it
Just hard
was
work?
very it was very off guard. I have like he had threw it in the air one time, like like I do want to do something for you guys because it's not only me that's a part of Hugging Money. There's also another man. My manager also does his own music, so he had like threw it in the air one time, and I was like, oh, that'll be dope. And then I just never heard nothing about it again. And then I got my chain, and I was like, oh, you can't tell me nothing. I know I'm putting in the
Yeah.
work because if there's one thing he always say, he be like, I will never reward y'all because y'all come into the studio. That's your job. But if you putting in the work and you go in the extra mile and I can see that you're hungry and you're not giving me an issue, y'all get whatever y'all want from me. And he's very like he sticks by his word, so I appreciate that.
Stand on business, right?
So when I actually pulled up and I seen the piece, I was just like, oh, that's hard. Like, that's hard.
That
And then
is hard.
he gave it to me and like I feel like in such an important time in like the career that I'm trying to build because I was literally about to put on a show in front of 10,000 people for the first time.
So
So I'm like, okay, get my
it was
chain.
amped,
I'm about to go out
right?
there and you can't tell me I'm famous because I got a piece. Like, And I
Yeah.
went out there. It was definitely good though, because he didn't only get one for me. He got one for almost everybody in our group, down to the DJ.
That's dope.
So I was like, okay, you did
Okay,
your big
boss
one.
man. Right. That's a big one
Yeah.
for real. Because it means so much.
Mhm.
Um,
Like
so definitely.
when you could see that somebody's like rewarding you because they see the hard work, I just feel like the gifts hit different. Because if you know me as a person, materialistic stuff is not how you're gonna feed my ego. But somebody like
Hmm.
him who's not really too big on trying to buy you, when he do stuff, it's genuine. So it's like, okay, you seen that I worked hard, so you feel like I deserve this, and I appreciate
Deserve
that.
it. Right. Right. Especially when you've been working hard and it's acknowledged
Yeah.
for sure. It makes you go even
Mhm.
harder 10 times. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
100%.
So what are your hobbies? Look,
So
regardless of what they are, you know.
yeah, so outside of like the TV and the music, I definitely taught, like I'm self-taught. I taught myself how to tattoo. So I do that too. I also do
So
hair.
wait, I'm sorry. What are your hobbies and how do they contribute to your happiness and well-being?
Yeah,
Okay.
there we
So
go.
does
Okay.
tattoo do it for
So
you?
like my end goal, even with the music, has always been to own a tattoo shop. But I
Okay.
feel like you need to know how to tattoo before you can own a tattoo shop, right? Which a lot of people would say you don't, because you can run a successful business without actually putting in the work. I'm just more
Right.
hands-on. So I want to learn this because I want this big business. And if all else fails, I know I can rely on myself to still bring in my income as long as I know how to
On you.
tattoo.
Hmm.
The hair is the same thing. I do hair outside of this. I like having money. I like to be able to go in my wallet and say, well, I want this, and I don't have to ask nobody for it. So
Hmm.
everything I do, like as a hobby, I also am gonna make a coin behind it too. Like, so I enjoy that. I enjoy being able to give my kid the life that I kind of had growing up, pretty much.
Okay. So you had a good life. That's beautiful.
Yeah, my life
Like you,
wasn't bad. I tell everybody, my parents raised me right. I did wrong on my own. My
yeah,
parents definitely raised me right though.
that's good. You're like, I just want to see what it tastes like a little bit.
Yeah, I was just like, well, this is kind of our environment and how we live in, and realistic. This is how my life was living. I had For every good life, there's always a dark side to it. So we can have all this money and all this stuff and do it, but with more money comes more problems. So
Hmm.
we had a good life, but it wasn't always easy. So
Hmm.
we basically, me personally, for myself, I can literally sit here and say I'm a product of my environment, because I spent a lot of time in my environment, seeing how the streets play out, and both of my parents was there, but it still wasn't like, I still just wanted something else. I needed to feel like a love that was secure, even though my parents would show that they love. I just didn't feel like the love that I needed was at home, and it was. But at that age, in my mind, it's
It
not.
was,
It's
yeah,
outside. So I'm going outside and I'm about to just see you when I see you. Like, that's it.
yeah, yeah. It'd be like that too, especially when you have what you have at,
Mm-hmm.
when you have it at home, you go the opposite way, and then the motherfuckers who need it,
Yeah.
they go,
They turn out better than you
stuff.
sometimes.
Hmm.
I
But it's a
really
lesson
think that.
learned because, at least you had the
Mm-hmm.
experience and you can say that you did versus you didn't,
I tell
for
everybody,
sure.
I know what it feels like to be all the way up here, but I also know what it feels like to lose all of it and be all the way down here, have to start from scratch. So it's definitely an eye opener when you're living on both sides of the
Both sides.
fence.
Yes. So, is that the only thing besides like tattooing?
I
I
do
know doing
hair.
anything with the coin. Do you do like fun things like painting or
So I like
game?
to, I say this like I'm such a bad hostess. I would put together a whole thing in my head. Like I will cook. It will be like everybody come over. I have all this food. Let's play games. Let's do this. And then I'll just put the games on the table, and it's kind of like I suck. Like I suck. But I try, and I tell all my friends like I'm not the best hostess, but I can promise y'all music and food,
Yeah,
like, and games that y'all can play.
that's
Outside of that,
still a good time.
don't really depend on me for too much because I'm like sucky sometimes. Like definitely sucky sometimes.
No, that's dope though that you can even offer that because I know I love going to a friend house that's cooking.
Right.
I come with the MJ and it's good to
Right.
go.
And that's literally what it turns into because me and all my friends, we like to smoke. So granted, we'll have this whole thing set up, but by the time you sit down to eat, we smoking. Then you're gonna eat. Then everybody want to smoke again. Now we just outside or in the garage just sitting for hours smoking. A whole day just go by.
Yeah,
Game still sitting on the table.
yeah. That sounds like a good little chill day.
Promise
Um,
you.
what's something you've never done that you would like to do?
I got like two things, but I'm just scared. But I know I want to do them. I definitely want to jump out of an airplane.
Oh shit.
I definitely want to jump out of airplane, and I definitely want to swim with sharks. I don't have the guts right now to do it, but I'm finna do it.
What?
Like,
These are things that you can
yeah.
do. Like first to swim with the sharks. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like really like right next to a fucking shark.
Like in the water with them.
Okay.
She's
See,
like, girl, you
that's what
could
I'm
go
talking
get
about.
ate by yourself.
I'll watch you from up
Right.
there. No.
No, but you can, but it don't be like real big, gigantic sharks. They be like little baby sharks and
Oh, a
stuff
little bit. Oh,
that
okay.
they,
I'm thinking you talking about
that you could
like.
go and swim with the sharks and stuff. Because at a point I wanted to swim with dolphins, but then I did it, so I was like, okay, now I want to try the sharks.
Yeah, they still do that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought after that one incident they shut that down.
Like if you go on like cruises and stuff, you can still swim with them, or you can have like
Hmm.
I think they're called like encounters where they'll bring them to like this close to you and you get to touch them and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I seen that. Yeah, that's crazy because I wasn't doing no type of excursions when I went on the cruise. I was
She
like,
said, nope, leave my
I'm gonna
feet
stay
right here on
right
the
here.
floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here. Okay.
I don't.
Um.
I like to do crazy stuff.
No, that's it.
Sometimes.
And you said Brooklyn. Okay, I dated somebody from the Bronx. Fucking
100%.
crazy nutcase.
100%.
Literally,
I
he
was,
was Puerto Rican and Salvadorian, I think, or Puerto Rican and Dominican. No, he was Puerto Rican and Dominican.
yeah. Give me a second. Who? See if it's open. I'm coming. I tell you, my friends should be popping up, but the interview goes on.
Period.
The interview goes on.
I love it, y'all. I know y'all sick of me being so good, but my people so tired after work. I know you can see my bags.
All right. Because I know my dog's about to go crazy. So let me move over here.
Okay.
Let me come over here real quick.
No, that's okay. Um, are you afraid of anything?
Clowns and rats.
I hear some people with the clowns. Why? I'm just curious.
I was on a train when I was young, and it was like, it must have been like a Halloween party or something. So he was just like sitting on the train. Everything was fine. He'd get off the train, and like the doors is closed, and he just like start running to the door, like, ah, and punching on the door. And I was like, you know, I'm done. I'm done.
He would have got the look, bro.
Yeah.
Not right now.
I was like, what's this man? So it was over after that.
That's outrageous. You have to stop doing shit like that for
It
real.
was definitely over after that. I was like, I can't do this. I don't even book a clown for my son's birthday. Like,
Right. Yeah, no, that is crazy. I'm not afraid of them, but yeah, I don't know. Rats definitely understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I see anything big, I'm just like freaked out.
Right.
And they fast too.
And
I've seen them like just.
mad fat. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They
get fat.
Cause they just be like so fat and so big in New York.
Mm.
Right. Right. It was horrible.
What's the craziest thing you've ever been DM'd?
I get a
You're not
lot of
even
crazy
supposed to.
DMs, but I literally had a man slide in my DM like, so you look like you eat ass. You trying to eat my ass? And I was like, what? What? I was like, I don't even know you. Like, I have you on the block. You're getting blocked. Because you're weird.
That's
Why are you in my DM?
disgusting.
Like,
My eye got stuck. Because why?
why are you in my DM asking me that stuff? I don't even know you, sir. Like,
Yeah. It's like,
I
that's some
hate it.
personal stuff.
Yeah.
But,
I was just
yeah.
like,
Man,
yeah,
I say
right.
that on the
Man.
daily. I say that on the daily. I swear. Like, fucking men. Like,
100%. I was like,
can't live with them, can't live without them.
right.
But,
Right.
like, look.
100%.
Not right now. What's your thoughts on Men's Mental Health Month? Because you know that's this month. How do you feel about that?
On men's, one more time?
Mental health awareness. Sorry.
I feel like that's very important, but I feel like society raises men to feel like if they even reach out for help, it's like weak. But I feel like they also need an outlet, and it shouldn't be a double standard because if us as women could go and sit down and get help so that we're mentally okay, a man should also be able to walk into that same place without judgment to make sure that he's mentally okay. Because some men are not mentally okay.
Yeah.
And they don't ask for the help because of the image that society has on how it looks if a man is emotional, if they reaching out for help and like, yeah. I feel like they need to have those resources too. Not only women need help mentally.
Yes. That's definitely important.
Yeah.
People definitely should just stop. But people should also just not give a fuck about society because there's just always going to be a group of people that's just always going to say
100%.
what they got to say. Just like with black women or just like with Hispanic. It's like they just going to always have something to say.
Yep.
It's just like you just got to be one of those people who don't give a fuck.
100%.
And just do what you got to do. So I'm all for not giving a fuck.
Yeah, I feel like just living your truth. If you know you're a little messed up, go see the lady. I know I'll be messed up sometimes. I'm gonna go see the lady.
Like go talk about it.
Yeah.
Something.
And I feel
Because
like
nothing wrong with it.
if it was common for men to have like get up and go do those things, I feel like a lot more men would be. We wouldn't hear as much stuff with men and the things that they do to like their wife or their, because they actually have an outlet with somebody to speak to. These men are just bottling it up inside and they take it out on their closest outlet. And 90% of the time, unfortunately, it'll be their wife or their mother to their child, and it ends up very bad. So,
yes, seeking the help is definitely important, guys. I don't care
100%.
what it takes. Just go talk to somebody. And if your homies ain't doing it, oh fucking well.
Right.
Because they ain't paying your bills. They just coming to hang out. So, you know. Do you have any routines or rituals before you like do a performance?
So when it's like little performance, I'm like, I treat all my performances the same. It could be 10 people, it could be 1,000,000 people. I treat them all the same. So I'm just very much like, I try to pep talk myself like, you got this, you go out there and you put your best foot forward and you give them a show. Whoever like you. Whoever don't like it, don't like it. Not everybody's gonna like your music. So I kind of just pep myself up. I start hyping up my manager. He hyped me up, and it's like, okay, now we ready. And we do it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, a lot.
That's good. Some people be talking about they rub stuff, say little things, listen to music. So that's good. Whatever it does to get you in your zone. Smoke a blunt.
I mentally like prepare myself first. And then it's like, okay, now I could go out there and be Wendy. I don't have to be Mom. I don't have to be. I'm finna go out there and just be Wendy, and then I'm put on a good show.
Yeah. So do you like Wenz better or Wendy better?
I like Wenz.
Because it's like...
It's different.
No, it's definitely different. But I feel like that's your little You know,
Yeah.
your stage presence.
You could meet 100 Wendy's, but you're never gonna meet a Wenz.
I
Like
ain't never heard of wins. So that's lit.
100%.
Like it's like you spent that shit on your own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about so far on your journey? Do you have any memorable moments you've experienced so far? Like throughout your rap career?
I mean, opening for Ashanti and Nelly was super dope. That's like one of my biggest imprints for me because it was like, okay, it's a different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about to show me if I'm capable of
That was just
getting on the stage.
recently, right?
Yeah, and it was recently because I've done plenty of shows, but this was like my first really, really big show. And it was just like, if I could get out there and keep this crowd entertained, then I know that if the day of tomorrow I go viral and I'm famous, I know that I could keep a group entertained. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was like. That was like the best thing for me because it was so many people
Yes.
there, and I was able to keep
No, I'm
them.
gonna say that was a
And
lot of people.
we were able to keep them like very, very entertained, like from the first song all the way to the last song. And I was
That's
like,
dope.
that. I was like, okay, we doing something right. Like we gotta be doing something right.
Yeah. So did you get to meet Ashanti, right? And Nelly, like you get to
So
meet them,
they
or
took extra precautions with her
because she was
because
pregnant?
yeah. But we got to see like Bone Thugs and Harmony and them and talk to them and take like pictures if you wanted pictures and stuff. But they were super like protective of her. Like they even brought her in from a whole different side because she's pregnant.
Damn, I fucking love her. So
And
that's
she puts on a good show.
mm-hmm.
She definitely
Singing
put
the
on a
same
good
fucking
show.
song. So 15 years ago, still sound good.
And crowd still going crazy, still loving it. Cause I
Still
was.
loving it. I love me some Ashanti.
I was in the crowd like, yes, Bookie, yes.
I get my mo when I'm super dressed up. Not with this filter on. That's just, you know.
Yeah.
But girl, I be getting my, oh, you favorite Ashanti. I'm like, ooh, that is my big sister.
Right.
Okay. Yes, I love Ashanti. So what did you do before you rapped? I'm just curious.
I was a block baby.
Okay.
I'm going to eat, sleep, shit, and get my money on this block right here. That's
Okay.
literally
So,
what I
because
was
you
doing.
did say dance, so I didn't know if you meant like
Oh,
stripper
I used to
or.
dance, but that was like way before. But like as far as right before like my music and stuff, I was straight like I'm getting this
Rapping.
money. I'm getting this money. Like
Yeah,
I need this money.
I love that. Yeah, no, I love a trap queen.
Right.
So
I
I
definitely was
do.
like, I'm getting this money.
Mm-hmm. Damn it. He made that song just for you,
I'm
girl.
crying.
So how do you handle like disappointing situations? Whether it's life, like personal, or with your career. How do you go
I'm a
about it?
3-step method type of girl. So
Mm-hmm.
if I already know I can't, nothing's going to change what's happening, right? So I'm not about to cry over it. So I 3-step method. I figure out what's the problem. I figure out how I can fix the problem. And then I'm going to fix it.
Right. Okay.
And that's just kind of how I handle stuff. I do get overwhelmed. I feel like everybody gets overwhelmed.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not going to just explode because life is life. It's life. I'm finna figure out how I can fix it, or at least try to make it more comfortable for me.
Right. I was gonna say yeah. At least you try though, because
Yeah,
people, life be life and motherfuckers give up.
100%.
No, you can't. You really can't. You gotta find what works for you.
And make it work.
You know, and make it work. 3-step
Yeah.
method. I like that. Yes.
Definitely.
What would you say is the biggest challenge you faced so far as an artist?
My biggest challenge with being an artist is trying to have like I have a baby, so trying to match my schedule around my son. Sometimes it causes conflict, so I will miss out on certain things because I don't have like the people that will come and stay with my son. My whole family in New York, so I'm literally down here just with my friends and an uncle. So I don't really have the help that's like, oh, get up and go chase your dream and we got him. But I'm fortunate to have 2 or 3 people in my corner that's like, I can't help you every weekend, but I can help you as long as I'm here. So that's probably like the biggest challenge with being an artist, because my manager is very booked and busy. And he's not selfish. So if he's booked and busy, his artists are booked and busy too. And sometimes I kind of just got to tell him, like, I'm rolling from you from the other side this time because I can't. And it's hard because I don't want to miss nothing. But I'm also a mom and my son come first.
Motherfucking hood. That's why I salute.
Yeah.
Because you do be, you know, talking about your son a lot. So you never forget him.
Yeah.
So
that's my baby right there. He's all I got. So he's what matters most to me. And everything I do in this world, I do so that he's okay. Not for like anything else. I don't care about anything else as long as he's okay. That's it. So it's hard when you're trying to live your dream, but also make sure that you're present as a parent. It's definitely, it causes conflict, but we work through it. My manager worked through it with me.
And that's all that matters, because eventually it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
Like eventually the puzzle piece will be found, and boom, he'll be able to travel or you know, it'll work out.
Because I'm very active. Like, I am the mom that's coming to the school. I am the mom that's picking the kid up. I am the mom that's going to do these little class parties if the school needs. So I'm very involved in my son's life. I'm not like a touch and go type of mom. So it does get hard. And then you leave your kid, and you're on the other side like, damn, am I bad, mom? Because
right. You're beating yourself up.
Right. So it's hard. Yes. But like you said, it does work itself out 100%.
In the beginning, it's like a little...
You're trying to figure it out in the beginning.
It definitely will work itself out. So what are some key lessons you'll say you've learned on your journey?
I learned how to listen, because I used to not listen. And I learned how to have patience, because certain things you really have to crawl before you can walk. And I didn't have no patience. I expected to go into the studio, make a song, and have $1 million the next day, literally.
Right.
And no, that's not how life works. So I've definitely learned how to have a lot of patience, and patience has gotten me a long way and has gotten me the things that I wanted. So patience has been like the biggest takeaway for me. And learning how to listen and acknowledging, like, okay, this is me, and how can I fix this, or this is what I'm gonna do, and acknowledging your team's feelings as like they work with you and things like that. So patience and listening definitely was like a hard part for me, but now I know how to listen and I know how to have patience.
Right.
And now I'm here with the patience.
That's good. The patience is something I'm working on too, girl.
Listen.
I'm talking about from being in traffic.
Listen, patience, I had none.
Everyday life.
I had none. I was just like, why is nothing working? Why is nothing moving as fast as I wanted to? And it's like, girl, calm down. Like, you've been singing in this microphone for 2 minutes. Relax. Like,
right.
I definitely learned a lot.
So, how many albums do you have, or is it like a collab thing?
So
like
I'm about to drop my first album.
Okay.
EP.
Exciting.
Super exciting, because I worked super hard. I feel like I've been working on it for like almost 1.5 years. And then we have like all this music, but we are also very picky if we're going to put out a project. Certain songs you can't put on a project with certain songs because it just will mess up the flow. So right now on all major music platforms, I have like all of my features, and I dropped 2 singles, and then in July I'm going to drop the project. And it'll have like more music on it. So I don't have any.
That's dope. Right before the 4th? Right before the 4th of July?
I'm not too sure of the date, because I have a whole bunch of dates. Like, I'm ready to drop in July. Okay. Definitely ready to drop in July.
Bet. Have you made any like music videos for it yet, or?
No, but we're definitely about to shoot one at the ending of June.
Okay.
So I was like, okay.
Yes,
Oh,
that
that's
is
good.
exciting. First album, you got a music video coming up.
Like,
That's beautiful.
I have a song where we did like a group project, so we're all featured on the songs, and we have videos to those that are out on YouTube and stuff that people can
Okay,
see.
okay. That's dope. So what's your favorite song on the album?
Me, I like FTO, so I dropped the song already.
Okay, yes. I did hear that one. That one's
FTO is
fire.
my favorite because I had fun, and it was just like I'm put these headphones on, and I'm just say whatever comes to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a good time, like, and you hear the words, it's like, oh, she's just up there cutting up, so you gotta laugh. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's my favorite. It's my favorite, and I
Oh,
really
yes, I
like
did like that one.
I like Wendy Lake too, but FTO is still my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's still my
It's like a
favorite.
booty shaking dance, like,
Yeah.
the club vibe
Mm-hmm.
song. So I like it. Yeah. So hell yeah. You ever come to Vegas and perform it, you know where to tap in at.
Right, right. Because I definitely was telling my manager, I was like, I know this girl who could do something with our song. She did. Like,
I
he was like,
will.
when we out there, we gonna get next to her. I'm like, yeah, we have to.
Yes, yes. I'm putting an event together now. I'm like, so for sure.
That's lit.
Um, do you have any inspiring information that you would like to tell our followers for the future female rappers out there who are inspiring to be,
Mm-hmm.
where you at?
So I would
Opening for
tell them to
Ashanti.
right. I would tell them be true to who you are. Always be true to yourself. I noticed me being true to who I am and not letting people try to change like how the world perceives me or how I act has also gotten me to this place because a person's always gonna relate with you as long as you're true to yourself. If you get up there and just start faking it till you make it about a lifestyle and stuff, that's not really gonna help you. So just be true to yourself and follow your dreams. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you can't do something.
Mm-hmm.
If I listened to anybody and everybody who told me that, I would not be here right now.
I was gonna say, yeah, what do you do about haters?
It's still promotion. You're still talking about me. Thank you.
Agree. I
Because
agree.
before you talk about me, you're going to go play the song. So that means you're going to run my numbers up. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when
Right.
you bring me up in another conversation, you're going to go back and play the song. And you're going to give me another number. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm down for the constructive criticism. Like, but if you just be like hating, it's just like, all right, kick rocks. Bye.
Right. Right. So have you had that on your journey? I'm sure you have, but was it like bye immediately, or did it take some time? Like they kind of had you down a
So
little.
I don't feel like I've ever had someone just be like hateful. But
Okay.
I've had a few people that's like, that's not really, that don't sound good. And I appreciate that because I don't want to put out something that doesn't sound good. I'll go into the studio right now and come home and play everything I recorded for my friends. And I want them to be honest with me because then I know what I need to cut off this,
Right.
if I need to replace it with another song. So I'm definitely down for that. So I haven't had like the direct hate, like, boo, you're boring, and no, I haven't. But I feel like that's how I would just deal with it because you're still taking the time out of your day to
To
run up my numbers.
think about me and right.
So you're still helping me at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not arguing with you on the internet. So that's just boring.
Yeah. Yes, because I'm like, they just say what they're gonna say anyways. Because
100%.
we be having our backlash here. I'm tired. With money talk sometime, and it's like, yo, I came from a long way, and this just was like
right.
off the hook, for real. So, yes, they just there for sure.
Pretty much. Because they had to click on something to even make an opinion. So thank you. Now you just pushed up my numbers.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Right.
Go ahead and share. Why not?
Right. Go share it and tell the world how much you hate it so they could click on it and see if they hate it.
Right,
yeah.
Right. That's the least you can do.
Right.
So, tell us again about where they can find, where we can wait for Las Vegas wildcards, because I want to make sure everybody's tapped in for that. And they need to run up your album. So it's going to be on all platforms, like Spotify.
So all of my music is on all major music platform. You can search HUGGIN MONEY WENDZ. Literally everything that I've ever put out, you can get it on Apple, Spotify, Instagram, Amazon, everything. The album is definitely dropping in July. It's the first week of July. I'm so mad I can't remember the date right now, but I'm 100% sure it's the first weekend in the first week of July. So that will also be available on all major music platforms.
Yes.
You can like, stream, download, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Like Wendy did it again. So
did it again.
right, Wendy did it again. So everything's
I love
there.
that. I love how you said that. Wendy did it again,
Every
and then
time.
your little accent.
Every time. And then as far as the show, it'll be on Apps TV Network. You could download that on Roku, the app and stuff. When I get a drop date, I'll definitely post it so everybody can see, like, okay, it's gonna drop on this day, and then watch and tune in and give us their opinion, because it was a really good experience, and I feel like it was a really good show.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. The little skits I see, it definitely looks juicy. Okay.
Oh, definitely juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely giving Big Mac juicy too. Like
Big Mac juicy. I like that.
100%.
I wanted to ask you one more question before you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any goals set for yourself for the end of the year?
I do. I want to have 2 albums out by the end of the year. And I already want to be looking into a property for my tattoo shop by the end of the year.
Yes. Okay. You see, y'all?
Those
is
my
what
2
Money
goals.
Talk is about. Big goals, big money, big dreams.
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot of dreams. People say you can't do all of that. I'm here to show them that I can. I'm going to do everything I want. So
yeah,
those are definitely my 2 goals by the end of the year.
Yes. Well, I am looking forward to seeing what you have in store for us. And you continue to grow and glow, boo, because, yes, I'm loving it.
Yes, I appreciate that.
I've definitely been a fan since I first seen Las Vegas Wildcards last year. So I was like, oh, she's lit. She's cute. She's fun. I like her music. So yes, I love it. I'm a fan. So for sure, keep tapped in with Money Talk. And anytime you want to tap in,
I'm definitely going to tap back in after the reunion. And we definitely got a link when I come out there for the reunion. I'm going to be out there for 2 days. So
yes, you already know what's good.
We
so
definitely could go out and stuff.
Yep. Well, yes. Thank you for joining me on In My Bag. And y'all make sure y'all tune in with HUGGIN Money Wends, okay? Everything will be locked in at the bottom. So, thank you, love. Good night.
Later.
Thanks to the library.